Ladies and gentlemen, friends, dreamers, and doers, today I want to talk to you about something that might seem small but is in fact monumental. I want to talk about the power of small wins, the magic of incremental progress, and how these tiny steps can lead to the biggest successes of your life. Let me start with a question. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer size of your dreams? Have you ever looked at the mountain you want to climb and thought, "There's no way I can do this"? If you have, you're not alone. We all have those moments. But what if I told you that the secret to climbing that mountain isn't about making one giant leap? What if I told you that the secret lies in taking one small step at a time? Let me share a story with you. Imagine a young woman named Sarah. Sarah had a dream of becoming a published author. She wanted to write a novel that would touch people's hearts, a story that would inspire and move readers. But every time she sat down to write, she felt paralyzed. The blank page stared back at her, and the weight of her dream felt crushing. She thought, "How can I possibly write an entire novel? It's too big, too overwhelming." One day, Sarah decided to change her approach. Instead of focusing on the entire novel, she set a small goal: to write just 200 words a day. That's it. Just 200 words. Some days those words flowed easily. Other days they were a struggle. But every day she showed up. Every day she wrote her 200 words. And you know what happened? Over time those 200 words added up. Day by day, page by page, Sarah's novel began to take shape. And before she knew it, she had a completed manuscript in her hands. Sarah's story is a perfect example of the power of small wins. By breaking her big dream into manageable, bite-sized pieces, she was able to make steady progress. And that progress, over time, led to her ultimate success. But why do small wins matter so much? Why are they so powerful? Let me break it down for you. Small wins build momentum. When you achieve a small win, no matter how tiny it may seem, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. It fuels your motivation and builds momentum. Think of it like pushing a boulder. At first, it's hard to get it moving, but once you get that boulder rolling, it becomes easier and easier to keep it going. Small wins are like those initial pushes. They get you moving, and once you're moving, you're unstoppable. 2. Small wins. Build confidence. Every time you achieve a small win, you prove to yourself that you can do it. You build confidence in your abilities. And with each small win, that confidence grows. It's like stacking bricks. Each brick may seem insignificant on its own, but when you stack them together, they form a strong, unshakable foundation. Small wins are those bricks. They build the foundation of your confidence, brick by brick, win by win. 3. Small wins. Help you overcome fear. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to success. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of not being good enough. But when you focus on small wins, you chip away at that fear. You prove to yourself that you can take action, that you can make progress, even if it's just a tiny step. And with each small win, that fear loses its grip on you. You start to realize that you are capable, that you are stronger than your fears. Small wins keep you focused. When you're working towards a big goal, it's easy to get distracted, to lose focus. But when you break that goal down into small, manageable tasks, it becomes easier to stay on track. You know exactly what you need to do each day, each week, each month, and that clarity keeps you focused. It keeps you moving forward, one small win at a time. 5. Small wins. Create a positive feedback loop. Here's the beautiful thing about small wins. They create a positive feedback loop. When you achieve a small win, you feel good. That good feeling motivates you to take the next step, to go for the next win. And when you achieve that next win, you feel even better. It's a cycle of positivity, a loop of progress that keeps you moving forward step by step, win by win. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but what if my small wins don't seem to be adding up? What if I'm not seeing the results I want? Let me tell you something. Progress is not always linear. Some days it might feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But that's okay. That's part of the journey. The important thing is to keep going, to keep taking those small steps, even when it feels like you're not making progress. Because here's the truth. Every small win, no matter how tiny, is a step in the right direction. And over time, those steps will add up. They will lead you to your destination. Let me give you another example. Imagine a man named John. John wanted to get in shape. He wanted to lose 50 pounds and run a marathon. But every time he thought about his goal, he felt overwhelmed. He thought, how can I possibly lose 50 pounds? How can I run 26.2 miles? It's too much. But then John decided to take a different approach. Instead of focusing on the end goal, he focused on small daily actions. He started by walking for 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes. Some days that was all he could do, but over time, those 10 minutes turned into 20, then 30, then an hour. He started eating healthier, 1 meal at a time. He didn't try to overhaul his entire diet overnight. He just made small changes, 1 step at a time. And you know what happened? Over time, those small changes added up. John lost the weight. He built up his endurance. And eventually, he crossed the finish line of his first marathon. It wasn't easy. There were setbacks along the way. But by focusing on small wins, by taking it 1 step at a time, John achieved his goal. So, my friends, I want to leave you with this. Don't underestimate the power of small wins. Don't overlook the importance of incremental progress. Your dreams may be big, but they are not out of reach. You can achieve them, 1 small win at a time. Start today. Set a small goal, something you can achieve right now. Write 200 words. Walk for 10 minutes. Make 1 healthy meal. Whatever it is, take that first step, and then take the next step, and the next. Keep going, 1 small win at a time. Remember, success is not about making 1 giant leap. It's about taking 1 small step after another. It's about showing up day after day and making progress, no matter how small. Because those small wins, those tiny steps, they add up. They build momentum. They build confidence. They help you overcome fear. They keep you focused. And they create a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. So go out there and chase your dreams. Take that first step. Celebrate your small wins. And keep moving forward because you are capable, you are strong, and you are on your way to achieving something extraordinary. Thank you.